Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Some stories, some encounters, and some incidents are so incredible in nature, you can't believe them unless you witness them with your own eyes. Well, thanks to them being captured on camera, watch and decide their veracity by yourself. This is a dead fish, a bone-dry, godforsaken fish, but all it needs is a drop of water to come back alive.
能不能让它动起来？看没有？哇，好像动了，真的动了。
Pretty unusual, right? Plexotomous sucker-mouth catfish are known to come back to life from their dried bodies, and nature couldn't have surprised us more. Okay, this croc looks like it came straight from Jurassic World. Guinness World Book Record named it the largest crocodile alive from 2011 to 2013. It was caught in Agusan del Sur in Mindanao, Philippines. It was captured from its natural habitat, and as you see, it does not like it. Even though it is tightly tied, it seems as though it will break off with just one jerk. It is said that the locals had to hunt this beast down after it had taken so many people from their community. Yet people gathered around it to watch the show. Okay, things like this can only happen in Florida. Yeah, trust me. Yes, a huge gator was lurking in the yards of Florida suburbs. A man named Eugene Bazzi was out on his regular stroll, and he noticed this huge beast lurking in his neighbor's yards. So he jumped into action like a true militant and took hold of a garbage can near him. He slowly tried to lure the gator into the bin while his neighbor filmed the whole thing. After some struggle, Bazzi was able to get the alligator inside the garbage can. In the video, he can be seen closing the lid and wheeling the can down a nearby pond. That's when Bazzi dropped the can, pushed it over, and the alligator crawled back into the water. This school of fish is hitchhiking in the ocean. Ah, wait! Are they inside its mouth as well? What are they doing? Taking a tour of the insides of a whale shark? Worry not. I did my research and found out that these are remora fish that are known to attach themselves to sharks to travel across the ocean and get food out of their leftovers. In return, they keep those big animals clean, even if this means a tour of their mouth filled with razor-sharp teeth. It's a kind of symbiosis. Now, who wants to sleep on a mattress in which almost 100 snakes take rest daily? The homeowner noticed a hole in the mattress and a protruding tail of a snake. He called the rescuers, and to everyone's surprise, the mattress had not one or two, but around 100 living, breathing snakes in it. In January of 2021, a cage dive in Neptune Island, South Australia, caught the most battered shark of the world. There was no body part of the resilient shark that didn't have a wound mark or scratch on it. The shark has been titled the bravest and most battered shark in the world. Experts say that the wounds might be the result of a fight with another great white or orcas. I'm sure you've caught some strange things while fishing, but nothing like this. A guy named Andy Wharton was fishing in waters off the coast of Australia's northern hemisphere, and his rod caught a fish. I know it seems a pretty usual thing, but when he tried to take it off the hook, he received the shock of his life. Inside the fish's mouth, he found a venomous snake, which he pulled out of the fish's stomach, and the whole thing was recorded. After taking the snake out, he released both the hungry fish and the grateful snake back into the water to live another day. This is the moment a man's pet cobra laid eggs, and one of it hatched right on his hand. The baby cobra was full of the reptile ego, and just that you bear in mind, a newborn cobra has venom, fully developed fangs, and a robust delivery system, enough to activate your medical insurance. Did you see 3 snakes like the rest of normal humans, or do you have enough animal knowledge? This is not a snake, but the largest lepidoptera, known as Atlas moth, which looks like snakes on a tree when camouflaged. No, this is not a bunch of leaves walking. This is Poultry Phylum giganteum, commonly known as the giant Malaysian leaf insect, which is just an insect. You know, an insect that looks like a leaf. It's even better that it's green. You can touch it. But if you spot a dry leaf, don't touch it. It might fly away. and give you the scare of your life. It's a wonder of nature, Kallima anakis, or the orange oak leaf, or dead leaf. It is actually a nymphalid butterfly found in tropical Asia from India to Japan. During the feat of its spectacular camouflage, it closes its wings, which then resembles a dry leaf with dark veins. Amazing, isn't it? It was pretty unbelievable for me when I first found out. Well, this could be the grossest mating ritual in the animal kingdom. Male giraffes are known to taste the urine of female giraffes to see if they are ready to mate. I don't know if that tasted good or not, but this entry will really warm your heart. A man realized that his dog was inside his burning house, and without thinking twice, he jumped in to save his beloved pet. And came out with it. Bravo! These kids were swimming in a reef when suddenly this happened. They surely freaked out, but no one was hurt, and it turned out to be nothing but a traumatizing practical joke played by the hippo. During dry seasons, fishermen go catfishing in the dried up lakes and rivers, dig the ground, search a bit, and there it is, a healthy living fish for your dinner in the earth cocoons. It's as simple as that, but doing it requires experience. This deer acts like a kangaroo when it comes across humans. It was roaming around when it went into this guy's shed and did this. Hey, did you know that goats are kind of the best climbers? I mean, just take a look at these cuties. They have found a new thing to practice their mountaineering, and luckily, these humans captured it. Just look at these billy goats. Are you having a good time? My friends kept telling me that dolphins are not as innocent as they seem, but I didn't believe them until I saw this. This paddleboarder was out in the water, so he thought he would get a cute moment of boating with them. But as they came close, one of them popped out of the water and knocked the unfortunate rider off his board. I mean, come on! And no one dares say that it was not intentional. The wrong anticipation can cost you a lot. Take this deer, for instance. He thought that he would go up a funny-looking slope, but it was too much to handle for the deer, as it was a water slide, and it sort of got her into a slippery situation. As she tried to go up, she kept coming down again and again. Hey, it's like me against life. If this one had not happened in Thailand, I would have ruled it out as a hoax. Well, this is how it got down. In Nakhon Pathom, Thailand, an unusual-sized crawling shopper came in. Well, I'm talking about the Komodo dragon. Yeah, this reptile came into the store and started rampaging through the store, scaring other customers. As you can see, it is climbing the shelf and talking down food and beverages. Look how relaxed it feels by sitting up there. Maybe it was sacred, too, so many humans around him. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, here it goes. This seems better than a digital jump, or should I say these elephants are truly man's pal, who knows well how to entertain their guests. A pair of elephants was filmed moving a rope that was tied with their trunks, and a group of men was trying to show their skipping rope talent. Well, one after another, all of these 3 young men tried to test their luck. Yet, the first one lost with only 3 jumps. Kudos to the innocent giants who would be wondering to jump as the men did. Well, this one looks as if it is totally scripted or pre-planned. How could this first one manage to escape quickly while the rest of the 2 fell out of their container in a brilliant fashion? Captured by Matthias Riplinger in Namibia, where some ecologists released a group of giraffes into the wild. He and his friends were thrilled to see the giraffes getting free. While the first giraffe managed to climb out of the container with ease, the sweet moment soon turned into comedy, as the following 2 animals fell over each other and landed on the hard ground below, with a great thud. Nothing happened to them, don't worry. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Today's subscriber pick hails from Indonesia, where a man named Robert Nabian encountered a 26-feet snake on a palm oil plantation in Sumatra's Batang Gansal district. The reptile tried to attack the man, who then fought it, and along with some other villagers, defeated it in a deadly fight. Its body was then hung up for display at the village, before it was eaten by the whole community. Quite a terrible end for the snake, indeed. Okay, this makes me think that marine animals are smarter than we think, because if this had not been caught on camera, I would not have believed it. Well, this mesmerizing video is from the waters of Argentina, and the moment it was uploaded, it took social media by storm. As you can see, there is a woman on a paddleboard with a whale swimming next to it. I know that it looks beautiful, but what happened next had us in complete awe. Suddenly, the whale came towards the paddleboard and curiously gave it a little push, like it did not want to hurt her, though it was enough to rattle the board and disbalance the woman standing on it. But still, the whole gesture was really heartwarming, the whale way of saying hello. Well, sharing is caring, and this cheeky elephant thought he'd practice that with this human. This guy named Angeline Caesar was standing in front of the bull elephant at Emiria Rhino and Wildlife Conservancy in Zimbabwe, when something really unexpected happened. The elephant got really intrigued by his hand and thought that it would look good on him too. So the giant animal took the helm of the hat with the trunk and placed it on his own head. But being a good sport, he quickly returned it. Well, here is an unusual pet that acts rather like a usual pet. Well, I know that sounds confusing, but let me explain. This guy owns a peculiar pet, and when he comes home, he goes into the backyard to greet it. I know at first it looks like he is calling for his dog, but what happens next is, as a giant lizard appears on the camera wiggling like a regular pup.
Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Well, the reptile is so big, yet super gentle, as it lets its owner pat it and even sort of smiles at it in a very lizardy way. Well, I'd say love has no boundaries, and it is sort of cute with its panting and making sounds, don't you think? Who would have thought monkeys can only go nuts for bananas? Surprisingly, they are going to hop on everything that's going to enter into their territory. This hilariously annoying clip shows a troop of monkeys attacking a car, or maybe they are just aiming for the luggage. Either way, someone please tell them stealing is bad! Hundreds of these mischievous beings are seen picking up their favorite outfits out of the luggage while haunting the lady sitting inside the car and didn't leave the car until each one of them got into something for themselves. Well, I think it's time they should really come up with some real laws for these monkeys patrolling over like bosses. See you next time!